Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm Jan Watson, and we are doing our midweek message. And I am using the Universal Cards by Juliet Jeffrey Hobbs and Nora Monaco. And I have not picked a card yet, so you may see me have to do a dive when one falls out. I get vulnerability and flexibility. Vulnerability and flexibility. These cards to me speak of the fact that we need to be able to be a little bit pliable in life. We need to be open and know that sometimes if we walk in like this, we're more open to receive than when we walk in like this to everything in our life. Been taught, and especially recently, to be afraid of everyone and everything. We've been walking around for the last year and a half, 2 years, being encouraged to separate, to isolate, to cover ourselves, to hide who we really are, because there is a fear that we might infect one another with the toxic nature of who we are. And my take on this is, what if we just allowed ourselves to be the truth of who we are, which is love? And if we approached one another with that openness, with the authenticity, not of the masks that we think people need to see who we are because we're afraid of being judged, but with the authenticity of who we are. When we do that, we approach people with love. When we are vulnerable, when we expose ourselves and don't look for attack, we welcome the love. And if we become authentic, each and every one of us, everyone welcoming everyone else will create a world of love. We will create a world of safety, because when we are not in the attack defend mode, when we are the invulnerable strength of love, no one can harm us. If we defend nothing, then there is nothing anyone can attack. If we compete with no one can compete with us. If we are looking at going down a certain road, if we are looking for life to follow a certain path, and suddenly that path is blocked by a tree or a rock or a washout, then we need to be flexible enough to change directions, to change our tactics, to look for another way through that obstacle, around that obstacle, or simply a new direction. It doesn't mean we have to fight. It doesn't mean that we are wrong. It simply means that life is not always certain. Life is not always black and white. Life is filled with gray, and life is filled with opportunities for us to expand, to extend, to recreate. There is nothing more exciting for many of us than to conquer a challenge. And so you think about small children who finally learn to climb up on the couch themselves, or climb the stairs themselves, or tie their shoe. They're so proud that they have mastered that challenge. When we think about if we are climbing a mountain, most people climb it to say that they've climbed it. Places like Mount Katahdin here in Maine, or the Alps, or Mount Everest, people climb it because it's there. They want to see how far they can push themselves. They want to see how flexible they can be. They want to see how strong they are. They want to see where their weaknesses are so they can turn those weaknesses into strengths. They want to see those places where they have not stretched far enough and work with that so they can stretch farther and do more. Let today be the beginning of becoming vulnerable, which to me means becoming stronger and stronger and stronger, and more certain of who you are, and more flexible, meaning more expansive, more capable, more of who you truly are. These are not words of weakness. These are character strengths. We all have them within us. And when we own them, and when we embrace them, and when we wrap them in the arms of love, they become the most beautiful character of all. Have a splendid Wednesday. Have a splendid rest of your week. And I really look forward to seeing you again on Monday, or perhaps before. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.